it is time for a Let's Play and Chat moment here. We are going to check out Moonlighter, which is really a very innovative indie action role-playing experience, and Blake Siefken is going to come and join me right now. But I want to take a second, and because I'm following along on the chat, I talked about, somebody asked, I think Christoph Yagai asked, I'm sorry, Christoph, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, asked when is the next classic episode of Electric Playground. It comes out on Saturday morning, and then Tyler Fisher chimed in and said, better question, you ever think about doing bulk uploads of classic EP Judgment Day reviews on the run? And you know what, it would take money for us to be able to do that, and it would, so it becomes a question of what I can sort of suss out as my priority. Should I be going to try to find money in whatever way, you know, investors, sponsors, partners, Kickstarters, you know, to focus on the classic stuff, and in which case that would become almost a full-time job for me, is to kind of go out and do that. Or should I focus on building new content and looking at new opportunities and partnerships and things that we can continue to do, and also, you know, bring you guys information and interviews and reviews and stuff on all the new stuff that's coming out, which is kind of what I love to do. And then we get to the classic stuff when we can. So I've chosen the path of bringing you guys new stuff, which takes a lot of time. That's a big chunk of our week, is to bring you guys new stuff. And that doesn't leave tons of time for me to go out and try to create a business around the old stuff. It took a lot of time just to be able to get these shirts and hoodies and things together, which...
shockingly long amount of time.
Yeah, you think it's easy, but it's you know, I mean, that's why these companies get bigger and bigger. And it's in retrospect, it's because we were a pretty large company. We had 40 people at one time when we were making 2 daily shows. We were figuring it out, though. It wasn't like we all knew exactly how to do everything. We had to kind of learn how to do everything. But I think back to the resources that we had as television programs, and I think we could have done some more things like create shirts and get on YouTube with different things and start EP Live sooner. But you kind of have to learn as you go, you know? So right now, we've kind of made the choice. We want to keep bringing you guys new stuff, and we'll get to the classic stuff as we can. And every once in a while, I have a conversation with people and reminding them that Electric Playground has the very best video archive on planet Earth about the history of the video game industry, and there's a lot that could be done with it. But I don't want to spend all my days having conversations just about that, you know? So big...
That could easily be one person's full-time job.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, and if I hired somebody to do that, then that means that we have less money to be able to do the stuff that we're doing right now, you know? So it's, yeah, it's a different time, but it's a different time for everybody in media, period, you know? But anyways, let's get to the task.
Speaking of new things, Vic,
yeah,
what is this game? I haven't heard of it.
I don't really know how to describe it too much because I've just sort of dabbled in it, but the idea is, it says hard, recommended. No, thank you.
Did
we
turn off the music?
Music is off, yes. And so this is like a retro-styled Zelda-ish type experience. But you have a job, and one of the things that you have to do in this game is you know, in a lot of these games, you go in and you talk to the shopkeepers and you buy stuff. That's you.
Okay.
So you sell things to other adventurers and other stuff.
A clever twist on it.
Follow-up question: do you have any upset about those who do I ever get upset about those who upload old reviews on the Run Play?
People who upload our stuff onto their channel.
I do. I hate it, and I wish they would take it off. I love that they are supporting us.
Except for the Lab with Leo guy, because he's actually saved us once.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's flattering, but yes, now we're in the thick of it with everybody else in media. We don't have a television broadcaster that's giving us the money to be able to build our content, so we need all the views and the subscribers that we can get to support our work. And it doesn't support our work if people are watching our content on other things. Now, that's the other thing, is like, am I going to go off and spend tons of time and send harassment emails and like, what do I want to do in my days? You know, I want to build content.
That's a full-time job right there too.
Yeah,
Should we tell our...
There isn't so much of that. What bugs me the most is like we'll build something new and someone will take a piece right out of it and stick it up on their channel. And I've gone after a few of those people as well. Because that sucks. That's bullshit. You should not be stealing other people's work off of wherever, period. Should not be stealing other people's work. But yeah, it bugs me. So you guys can certainly let me know if you ever see our content in different places. You can also chime in and into their comments and stuff like that and say it's not cool that you're taking EPN shows or whatever. But I don't think anybody's doing it to be an asshole. I think they just like the content and they want to celebrate it, which I understand. But yes, I would like everybody to watch all of our EP stuff and all our docs and everything on our channel, of course.
Yeah. Should we tell our Lab with Leo story, Vic?
Sure, go for it.
This was like 10 years ago. The Lab with Leo was a show we used to make, and the Lab with Leo people lost one of their masters.
Yeah.
So somebody who had uploaded it to the internet, that episode, we asked them for the file, and he gave it to us.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So one of those people saved us once.
I was actually, and that's a good point because I honestly don't know if all of our written articles from the older Electric Playground websites.
That shit's all gone, Vic.
Is it?
Where is it?
I don't know where it is. I mean, we've been doing this for 25 years. So
somewhere in the ether.
There is a lot of old material. And like our current website is not designed for that because it was built on old architecture and it's been changed a million times. So we simplified everything. Let
me know how the audio is.
Audio seems okay. The game's pretty quiet. Okay, so I'm in here, and I think I'm going to go find some treasure and stuff. But I was looking for some info on an old game that I was talking about in Buried Treasure today, and I noticed that the Wikipedia page for that game actually quoted me from my review, and it looked like it was from my written review, not from a video review. And then I thought, man, where is all our written content?
There should be a footnote for that quote on the Wikipedia page that should link you to an article of you saying that.
Oh, okay. I didn't check all that, but it was pretty cool. It was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I've been doing this for a long time, and we used to do this the old-fashioned way. We used to write everything.
You can jump?
Yes.
What kind of Zelda knockoff is this?
Well, I'm dead already. That's okay.
You can't jump in Super Meat Boy.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not dead yet. Okay, so it's just teaching me to jump across these things. It's giving you the mechanics, first of all. Avoid all of these things. It's a little bit like Enter the Gungeon.
Don't just run right into it.
I was going to try to jump it. Okay, here we go. Little note about the sweatshirts. A little warm under the studio lights.
It's summertime.
And it's summertime, yes.
At least we're not having the heat wave that everyone else is having.
Yeah, I know. It seems crazy out back east, man. I keep seeing reports.
I like the look of this game.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like somebody took Super Meat Boy and drew on it with some color.
I dig it. Yeah, I like the sprite-based graphics on this. The music's great. We turned the music off, but the sprite-based graphics
The barrels
are
have XP points whenever you kill them.
Yeah. So we've seen a lot of this kind of game before, and you of course start to question, is this all that there is? Is this all there is? So that comes out of here. We stick that in here. You're collecting this merchandise, and that's just fabric, so that you can then...
So you sell it in your store?
Yeah, turn around and sell it later on.
That's because I've always wondered, like, where the bazaar guys in Zelda, like, where do they get all this stuff?
Exactly.
I guess they have to go exploring for it.
Right. Oh, wait. I can't collect more than one thing, so you got to go back. And there's no grab everything button like there is in the Fallout games. Okay, so then you go and you cruise around, you bust all of these things up, and now I'm going to...
Oh, sorry. Jordan Cunningham says the Binding of Isaac. This looks like the Binding of Isaac. I meant to say the Binding of Isaac. I was saying Super Meat Boy earlier.
Right.
I meant to say Isaac. Sorry.
Right.
Silly mistake on my part.
Yeah, it looks like Enter the Gungeon and stuff. Okay, so I'm dead, but I'm supposed to die here. I got swarmed by too many bad guys, and that's part of it. Vic, find Dave Meinstein and get him on EPN. I actually never met Dave. I met most of the G4 folks, but I never met Dave.
Oh, is the G4 person?
Yeah, he did Portal, I believe. I might have met him at, like, the first G4ia or something like that, but just like, hey, how you doing? But didn't really have a conversation with him or anything.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff from like the early 2000s, you wouldn't be able to find anywhere. Like, if it's on the internet, it was before YouTube.
Right.
So it's probably like a
Well, there's
240p like flash video.
There is the database or whatever, the Internet Archive, and I have seen some of our stuff on there.
Does the archive have video though?
I think sometimes, yeah.
Does it really?
Yeah. Because we had video on electplay.com, our initial website, in '95. We went to E3 and we shot tons of interviews.
What was it like, postage stamp
Yeah, they were
sized,
tiny little video clips that were a huge file to download on your 28.8 modem or your 14.4 modem. But they were there, and people could watch these QuickTime video clips. It was crazy.
Yeah, I remember trying to watch movie trailers in like 2001.
Yeah.
And it was still in its infancy. And just to buffer like a 240p QuickTime trailer was like, it took like half an hour for me.
Dude, when we launched, I don't even know how many websites there were. There weren't that many. And there weren't that many video game websites, and I don't know if there were any video game websites that launched in '95 that are still happening. Like when we launched, Happy Puppy was out or was just about to launch or whatever, and that's one of the oldest video game websites that I can remember. And I don't know if they're still going or not. I never hear about Happy Puppy anymore.
IGN would have been around.
IGN wasn't around.
What about
GameSpot wasn't around.
What about Game FAQs? They would have been.
I mean, GameInformer.com might have been going because the magazine was already going, and maybe Next Gen Magazine had a website or something like that. But we were one of the first, and we were on an all-gray background. Back then, there was no color backgrounds. There was nothing when we first launched, so it was just gray.
Did you guys just build it in HTML, like yourselves?
Yeah. And, okay, so I'm selling these things. So I opened the shop, and so now these guys are going to come. But we just had little GIFs of logos and things like that we stuck on our gray backgrounds, and it was so rudimentary.
I remember doing that in high school.
Yeah.
Learning how to do HTML in high school.
Well, the professional sites and the high school sites all look the same.
Yeah. Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah, I worked on my high school website in like 1999.
I actually did. There was a game company called ASC Games, and I designed their website, and I made all of their animated little buttons and things like that. They were animated GIFs or GIFs that I made that people could click on to go and find out about games. One of them was called One. Back in the 32-bit era, I had this extra contract to do that.
Tyler Fisher says, I remember reading IGN back in like 1997.
Yeah, they launched, I think, in '96.
Yeah, because I remember seeing them around that time.
Nuke.com, I think, was their first name, and then they became IGN or something like that. I think so, but they definitely, I remember them coming on the scene for sure. Okay, so now I'm looking at my my notes here.
So you're an old woman or an old man?
Looks like an old guy. And, okay, so I'm going through here, and I've got selling reactions. It would appear the energy surging through a golem. Okay, and then so I'm learning a little bit about how to sell stuff. Would seem the sun has fallen for the day. I best head off. You will pick up more on your own. So now I have to restore the shop. So what my job is to go out and find more stuff.
It'd be funny if they have like parody of characters from other games come by to buy your things.
Totally, right?
Like an obvious Link parody shows up. And
yeah, I haven't played it enough to know, but it seems cool. It seems like a really smart design here, right?
I'd like to learn more about the backstory of this salesman from Resident Evil 4.
That's a game waiting to be made, right?
How does that guy get where he gets to? Like, what's the deal with that dude?
So this is the Golem dungeon, so here we go. So there are other dungeons that I can go into, but I have to kind of level up and probably make my store a lot cooler and stuff. So now I go in, and I've got a sword. I believe, did I get my sword? I hope I did. Yes, the guy gave me his sword. I was chatting too much.
Some people are surprised that you had a website so early because they didn't discover the show until Judgment Day in 2001.
Yeah. Yeah, we were 5 years before G4 on television.
Yeah. I remember watching EP on the Space Channel. 7
years as a brand before G4 came out. Yeah, Space even was a year 2 thing because we were on Chum local stations across the country before we started airing on the Space Channel. And then there was a year where we were on MTV, or a couple of years where we were on MTV, Canada, G4 Canada, Space, and all the Chum stations and all the Craig stations. And so there, and it was only weekly shows back then. Just one show, just EP. Actually, I think then we went to weekly reviews on the run too, but basically any time in Canada on the weekend from like 9 in the morning till 2 in the morning.
That's how I discovered the show.
We would be on TV on one channel. It was crazy. And we were always playing in repeats and stuff during the weeks too. People were definitely having fun airing our stuff.
Vic, does it make you feel old to hear that I started watching the show when I was in elementary school? I'm 31 now.
I don't ever really feel old. But I know that I am old.
You're fine.
But I don't ever feel
You're not as old as my parents.
Yeah, that's true. Although I could be.
No, what?
Yeah,
if you had a child very young. Yes.
I could be your dad, absolutely. I'm at peace with that. The idea about how to stay young forever, play forever. I don't just play a geek on TV. I am a geek.
What is ZDTV, Vic? Anton Lewis wants to know.
ZDTV was the precursor to X-Play. It was a Ziff Davis venture, and I think that's the company that hired Adam Sessler and the first people that he worked with. I don't think I ever met other folks from the early ZDTV days. Maybe I did when they ended up working at Tech TV, and then they ended up getting acquired by G4. And all of that was a weird time for sure. We almost bought, or I was almost hired to run the new hybrid of Tech TV and G4 out of San Francisco, which would have been
maybe you'd have run it properly, Vic.
Which would have been crazy.
Maybe it would still be around.
Yeah, but I was still producing and hosting at the time. I wasn't really ready to kind of like manage 100 people, and I think I made the right kind of call, not really pursuing that too much. You know, I was still building up our production company.
I remember in high school, I used to skip school. Me and my friends, we would skip school to go watch Attack of the Show and then X-Play and then EP.
Oh wow, cool.
G4, yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Don't skip school, kids. It's bad.
Maybe Vic would have added more cops and cheaters. Mr. Henry, I definitely wouldn't. I know I pissed off the guy that was running the network because we were discussing our future deals for programming, and I said, "What are you going to just keep running cops in all of the time slots? Is that what you're going to do?" And it was like, it was a burn because, clearly he was hearing that from everywhere, and he was it hit close to home, but cops rated better than everything else that they had on the network, and that's why they needed to keep doing it. What happened with G4 is when they grew in scale after the acquisition of Tech TV, they were suddenly judged by advertisers on the same scale as every other network out there at that 100 million household point. And the ratings weren't there because they were still evolving. That's why Tech TV was sold in the first place. So it was a brand that was expensive to build content for, that was not quite making the money that it should have, and it was not quite the gangbuster business that it should have been, fused with another not quite gangbuster business in G4. And then it was sort of pitted against MTV and some of these companies and networks that were really making tons of money. Okay, I'm totally lost, so I don't know where we are on this thing. You guys get me talking about the G4 days, and it's like, whoa. It's interesting era. Vulcan's Forge, do you feel the dungeons are too hard? Tired of your old weapon? I can solve that for you if you bring me enough money and materials of Forge to be reckoned with. Okay, cool. This shop expansion allows merchants to decorate it to please their customers, as well as the additional space for their items. Okay, so it looks like you can build up your shop and also upgrade all of your items. So it looks like there's a huge sort of economy underneath this game, which is awesome. Okay, so I have some materials.
Fair, remember, this is on the PS4.
Yes, and I guess I can, what is this? Is the root an iron bar? I guess I must have to craft some of this stuff. Yes, there's a shop in here, so let's go in here. We're gonna craft something. None of this I've done before. Okay, so this is my map.
No, that's your home there that you're in.
Yeah, that's my home. Am I just gonna read this thing? Can I not craft anything? Let's see.
Do you have to stand somewhere specifically to craft?
Oh, you know what? I can probably sell this crystallized energy, so I'll just put this over here. And I'm gonna probably set the price for this thing.
This is the type of game that works better on a PC. Because you have a mouse and you can, this kind of, the menus are easier on a PC.
Okay, I'll give you that. So how do I change it? How do I change the price?
Grab, hold, stack.
Okay.
So
I put it on another stack. There we go. I'll put it at 100. I don't know why it changed. Oh, I have 2 at 200. Okay, got you.
Let's try the quick place, R1. Maybe.
Okay. And
it's always tricky to learn how to move stuff in a menu, you know, like to get the hang of it.
And every menu's different.
And every game is different.
Yeah, root, teeth, stone. I don't think that these are finished things that I can sell by themselves. Can I? I don't know. Let's try. Okay, root's gonna go there. Oh, and I can set the price. Let's put it for right. I can sell ingredients. Why not? Right?
Oh, yeah. Someone's asking. Ryan Landis is saying PC or Switch with the touchscreen. But is this actually? Does it actually use the touchscreen on the Switch? If you played it in portable mode, a lot of games don't.
I don't know.
I feel like.
I don't know.
Like most games, you can't use the touchscreen.
Let's put this vine over here, and we're gonna charge. We're gonna charge $15. Why not? Let's see what happens. Okay.
Does it not give you any suggestion as to how much they should cost?
Let's open the shop, see if anybody wants to buy a root or some vines. Let's see what happens. Yeah, this lady's coming in to buy. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, no, she's not happy. She's leaving. They're too expensive. Oh, she's buying a crystallized energy. This is really freaking cool.
Now,
I've never played a game like this. This is rad. Okay.
Does your store get shoplifters?
Probably, but I don't have any attack or anything like that. Did this guy buy anything? No, just looking out the window. They are not happy. Okay.
Well, lady bought the crystallized energy.
Yeah, but I've overpriced the root and my. Let's see if I can change that.
Well, does it not tell you how much they should cost?
No, I think you learn the hard way. So let's sell these at $3, and we'll sell these at $10, and let's see what happens.
You can't go to other stores and see what they're selling them for?
Nope, too much money.
How much did you sell the?
Oh, he's buying some roots.
Yeah,
he's happy. We're selling a roots here, baby. Making some dinero. Yeah, he bought 10 of them.
For 30.
Oh, this is so rad. Oh, she's not happy. Okay, let's change the price of that. Okay.
Maybe she just doesn't want to buy it.
No, I think my pricing sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna throw in some iron bars. Now I think I'm getting this thing. Okay, we're gonna throw in iron bars at $10 each. Let's try that.
How much did you sell the crystalline entity for? Energy.
The energy was $200. What is this? HP potion. I don't need that. Okay, root. I'll take more roots.
And this is stuff you actually use yourself, right? If you don't sell it, you can keep it for yourself. And
yes,
use it in the...
and check it out. Once you've sold some stuff, it knows what to price it at when you drop it on.
But is that a good price though? Right?
I mean, you're the store owner, and
you should start it like really high, and then just do it go down like one at a time.
But then I think your as your price is too high, becomes an issue, right? So let's see what happens now. Okay, come on, come and buy some stuff. Let's do it. Go shopping, people. Oh.
Timberwolf hasn't seen you this excited since Railroad Tycoon.
It's just cool. This is an original idea. I dig this.
Yeah,
oh, someone's super happy. Someone's super happy. Somebody's coming to buy it.
This old lady's thrilled with that root.
All right, I'm selling it. Yeah, and this old guy bought my teeth stone.
They're like, this guy's selling his stuff for way too little.
Nice.
Oh, you sold your inanimate carbon rod?
Yeah. This is cool. I got $460 already. Not a bad day. What is this? Oh, is he going to sell me something? No. He's coming for weapons. Okay, let's see. What is this? We're going to drop these down. Oh, and you just hold that down so we got them both. Okay. And we're gonna charge $15 each.
What's the sales tax?
I don't think there's tax until the knights come and they beat it out of you.
And the cop shows up and wants a
Okay,
kickback.
my vines are not selling at 5, so I'm gonna drop them down to 3. All right, let's see if those sell. Come on.
Yeah, they must have cute little story twists like that, right?
Yeah.
Where people try to shoplift stuff, or somebody comes and asks for free stuff because they're hungry.
Whoa, the vines are just not selling. Okay, let's fix that. I think we're gonna drop them to 2.
Maybe they're just not good vines, Vic. Maybe they don't want your crappy vines.
Vic's getting ideas on how to sell EPN merch right now. Fat chip. Yeah, we have a store now. Like, that's different since a month ago, which is crazy.
Some people, I think, like earlier, were asking about the hoodie. Can you buy the hoodie now?
You can. Yeah, I bought it off.
What's the link again, Vic?
It's designed by humans, and just in Google, designed by humans, EPN, and you should be able to get to our store. But I put the link to the store in. Actually, it's.
Oh, did I spell it wrong?
No, I put it in because it's shorthand like that. So, but I put the link to the store into my Instagram bio, and I don't think you can click on the link, but you can copy and paste it into the thing. But you can get the hoodies. I wanted to get the hoodie to see how it is quality-wise because it's all new to us. But it looked cool in the picture.
We should say we don't actually make these shirts.
No,
we don't actually like see them.
No,
it's all handled by the.
So I bought these on purpose to see them, to make sure that I was happy about them, and I could endorse them and say yes, they're cool. If you like the brand, if you like the message, if you like us, and you want to wear this stuff, awesome. We would love it. And I really love, and I freak out about this, are the pictures that you guys send wearing the t-shirts and hopefully the hoodies and
well, we
stuff.
got some on. We didn't show them.
Oh, we didn't show them today. Okay,
we'll show them to it next time.
Tomorrow, we'll do EP Live again tomorrow, and we'll show them tomorrow. Should I sell the rich jelly? I can't use it. I can only use yes. So let's sell it.
Yes, but how much should you sell it for?
Rich jelly. I think I have to close now. It's probably late.
Yeah, because I saw it got darker, so I think it's getting late.
I'm gonna sell this at let's try $20 and see what happens. It's rich jelly.
It's called Rich though, Vic.
Yeah. Okay. So are we closing? I can't open it, so I can only exit. So let's go to sleep.
You didn't lock your shop up though, Vic.
We're good. We live in a nice town.
You're gonna wake up and everything's gone.
Doy Owen bought an EPN mug. I haven't seen those yet. Because all the stores, they allow you to add little things, right? And I was a bit hesitant at first, but people seem to be asking for mugs and tank tops and stuff like that. I was thinking we should just start with a shirt, but then people ask for other things, so I put them out there. So I'm really curious. I've got a phone case that's coming, and I'll show you guys that when I get it, but I'm really curious to see how the other stuff.
What's the ship time, Vic?
This took, I think I asked for faster ship time. And I think we ordered it on June 19th. It was after E3, I think. So not too bad.
So
a couple
about
weeks.
A week? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks with the weekends included.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad.
So 10 business days.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Okay, so do I want to hold the open shop? Or
yeah, let's move that rich jelly.
All right. So yeah, there's a couple of levels at work here. I can't leave.
I like how they come in as soon as you open the shop.
Yeah, they're ready to rock.
Waiting. They're like, they gotta get in here and just buy your stuff.
Yeah, they're buying our stuff. Let's do it.
Now, what's she gonna do with the rich jelly?
Well, she bought the glasses, so she's got eyeglasses now.
I'm curious about that rich jelly though, Vic.
All right, sell it. Sorry, I burped. I don't think I've ever burped on.
He's looking at the rich jelly. He's looking at it.
All right.
No, it's too expensive, Vic. Rich jelly is too expensive.
Too expensive? Okay, let's fix that.
We want a EPN and/or Judgment Day /RTR vinyl car window sticker.
Come on.
It's very, very specific.
Can you guys just buy some of the things we already have right now?
Seems like a It seems like it would be a hazard too. I mean, you got to see out those windows, man. Sorry, officer, I didn't see the other car that I crashed into because I have a thing in my window.
I have an idea for the next shirt, and I can't wait to show you guys. I mean, we haven't designed it or anything like that, but I'm excited about the next stuff. Like the EPN thing is awesome, and I think it makes a really strong shirt. But there's a lot of things that we can do.
Look at this guy with the sword, or girl with the sword that just came in.
It's weird that you can't just talk to them though. Like there's no real interaction with them. They just buy stuff.
Do they exclusively use money, or do they trade you for stuff too?
I don't know.
Because you could like trade them for a sword.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. So they're not buying my rich jelly or my whatever the
No,
hell
you
this
sold
is.
6 of the rich jellies already.
No, I sold.
You had 12 before, didn't you?
No, I only had 6.
Oh, and you dropped the price down.
I sold the eyeglasses. Ah, okay.
Oh, she likes it now.
All right, come and get it. So we have to go get more ingredients to sell, man. This is cool. I have a Funhouse vinyl window sticker and a dinosaur eating stick figures vinyl sticker on my car. Oh, okay, cool. What we really wanted is an EPN board game. You guys, Aaron Lewis.
Just make a list.
Or Anton Lewis. Yeah, make a list.
We'll get to it when we have time.
Yeah, and then we'll try to like do an EP live every once in a while too. Okay. All right, so that's good.
You know, there's pretty much only 2 of us, right? Like, making the content.
Okay, close the shop. We got nothing to sell, so I'm closing it.
So how do you
Right.
go out and...
Now we go
I
do
see.
some exploring at night.
Can you steal
So basically,
stuff?
you're Batman. You got to go off and get your stuff.
Can you steal stuff from other shops?
Oh man. Property of EPN would be a cool sweatshirt. Timberwolf with a good idea for sure. If you guys have ideas on things, you know, feel free to send them to us. There's lots of ways that you can get a hold of us for sure.
Timberwolf wants to be our property.
Okay, so we're going in.
Oh, Fairmer is saying dungeons are harder during the night.
Oh, right. Okay, but we can get some good stuff, right?
So be careful there.
Melissa killed Scott in the Reviews on the Run studio with that with a DS2 that was in Tommy's pants.
Who's Melissa?
I don't know.
I think do you mean Marissa?
Yeah. I'm
don't
still
know what
waiting
that
for the
means.
Vic Fu the game. Vic Fu the game. Yes, that's coming.
Oh, did you see the Barack Obama add-on for Shaq Fu?
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I was going to put it in the news, but it was like, eh. Like, there's DLC where you play as Barack Obama.
That's cool.
Well, they don't call him Barack Obama. They just call him Barack.
I've played a little bit more of that game. I'm not quite ready to review it yet, but it's surprisingly fun.
Is it really?
It's stupid,
Yeah. It's
But
called
it's-
Barack Fu.
but it's mindlessly entertaining, and I
yeah,
will talk about it.
They
in
have
a
DLC now,
review.
Vic, where you can play as Obama
Crazy.
doing kung fu on people.
Like it was made with a self-awareness that keeps it kind of enjoyable. All right, it's trashy, enjoyable. Okay, I'm just making money. I mean, this
Oh,
is.
Fairmer is saying that Marissa killed Scott in the RTR studio, blah, blah, blah. That was like if it was a Clue board game.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Oh, I'm almost dead.
I never played Clue as a kid.
So, L1, I've got my sword and shield. Okay, I've got this thing, and that's a weird drinking sound. Okay. So pretty rad game, huh? I mean, it's got a definitely a Zelda exploring the dungeon kind of vibe. Simplistic there, but then it has this whole shop mechanic thing as well. I'm impressed. And I've done a terrible job at explaining the game as I've been chatting, but that's nothing new. All right. So the ground disappears underneath my feet.
Oh, so you can't get back.
Yeah.
You can only go once.
Can I go in here? It looks like I can go in there, but no.
Now, do you have bombs?
Not yet.
Because you might be able to blow up the wall.
Right.
And there might be a secret door.
Right. Where did you learn that?
That's in Binding of Isaac.
Okay.
The game that I was calling Super Meat Boy earlier because I'm stupid.
Oh. 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 Okay, that stuff fell down there. All right. What do you guys think? Moonlighter.
I think people are digging it. Clayton Blair says it looks like the Game Boy Color Zelda game.
Totally. I don't know if this is out on the Switch, but it sure would be a perfect game for the Switch. There are a lot of games that look like this on the Switch right now. I'm playing, I just started dabbling with one called Songbringer, I think. And I've been confusing Moonlighter and Songbringer. Uh-oh, I'm about to die. I can't get into my, uh-oh, get in there.
Why is the game called Moonlighter?
Because he moonlights as a shopkeeper and an adventurer.
But is he secretly an adventurer?
Oh, I'm dead. Now what happens?
You lose
I've
all your
lost
shit?
all my stuff.
No.
Okay, well, that's it. That's a pretty good way to
Death by
end on.
misadventure.
So that was my my first real kind of dive in and playthrough of Moonlighter. Thank you, Blake. Thank you,
Thanks for
everybody,
having me
for Clayton Blair and Tiago Santos and Christoph and Jordan Cunningham, Buko the Great, who was just dumbfounded by the fact that Obama is in Shaq Fu. It is kind of crazy. Faramer says, my hair killed somebody. It is a bit spiky right now, isn't it? Yeah, okay. That was Moonlighter. That was a fun episode of EP Live. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode of EP Live, so please come back and join us. Until then, you can enjoy lots of other content that we've been making, including some of our classic episodes of EP. And if you do dig our stuff, don't forget to subscribe, that little bell, and if you're so inclined, that sponsorship button too. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as the shirts say, play forever.